First, I want to thank you all for joining us at today's press conference regarding the cancellation of the 2020 sports season. I do not have a prepared speech to read, so we will get right to the questions. Okay, thanks, Bob. Let's go to our first question. Yes, you there in the front row?
Thank you. Rachel Green, Hat Digest. Some have called you a legend in the amateur baseball hat collection field in Indiana, in your age group. And yet others have called you, an Uncle Rico has-been of high school baseball. And yet still others say you're just a wannabe who has way too many selfies for a middle-aged man. So my question is, who exactly are you? Legitimately, I have no clue who you are.
First, thank you for all those great acclimates. I know that hat collectors are considered what the kids call a big deal. And yes, we have been held in high esteem throughout history. But I tell you the truth, I consider myself nothing more and nothing less than a fan. I truly do. Thank you, Emily. Next question, please. Yes, you there in the Houston Asterix hat? Go ahead.
Phoebe Buffet from Social Networking Times. So, who is to blame for the cancellation of baseball season this year? I mean, I have to post my opinion somewhere. So, what do you think? Is it the Democrats that we should blame, the Republicans, the governor, IHSAA, Walmart, or even Karen?
Simple. Nobody. This is not political, nor is any organization to blame. The decision that was made, though a tough pill to swallow for sure, was made with everybody's best interest in mind. There isn't not much more, anything more important than baseball, including education. But public health is one of those things that is more important to her. So we all need to respect the decision that was made. Great question. Thank you, Barbie. Next question, please. Yes, go ahead, Rockwell.
Yeah, Rachel, Hat Digest. Speaking of important, you are famous. I see here your followers number in the dozens. A recent poll has actually ranked you the #1 most insignificant personality in baseball. With your fame in pursuing the heroic goal of collecting one official baseball hat from each high school in the state of Indiana, how does the season cancellation impact your ability to complete this project, and will your fans be disappointed?
Well, you are right that I am burdened with fame. I harness the power of what's called the internet, specifically two parts of it. One called Twitter and the other called Book of Faces. But what? It's called what? Stupid. Okay, Face of Books or something like that. I use these two avenues to keep my fans abreast of my status by putting photographs in electronic format called JPEGs, or maybe it's JAWPEGs or something like that. To be honest, it's ancient Aramaic and nobody really knows the correct pronunciation. But on these posts, people click a special button, and doing so declares their love for me. I regularly get upwards of 4 to 5 love clicks a month. So I do understand the demand of keeping these love clickers happy. So to you, my love clickers, I say this: I am not done in fulfilling my obligation to collect official baseball hats from every high school baseball team in Indiana, and then to share that unique collection with baseball fans across our great state. But out of respect for the environment we all find ourselves in, I am putting the project on hold until the baseball switch gets flipped on again and the zombies are no longer a threat. So thank you for allowing me to address that, Fubu. Next question. Yeah, let's go back to you, Rental.
Hat guy, what are you going to do with all your free time now that there's no baseball season this year?
Well, I do plan on keeping busy. As is well documented, I am still pursuing my comeback to be the starting catcher for the Cincinnati Reds. And I know what you may be thinking, and I'll just say it before you ask. No, Tucker Barnhart and I are not fighting with each other. I have a lot of respect for him, and despite the rumors, he still has no idea who I am. But my comeback trail, it does mean I have been working out a lot, and it's paying off. I'm proud to say, and this may make Mr. Barnhart nervous, but I'm up to 10 push-ups and 5 burpees per day, spread out over a day. And I almost have my pop time under 10 seconds. So I'm not there yet, but my intense workouts are keeping me busy. Now, also, and these aren't my words, but apparently I have been referred to as dashing. I thought that meant people were impressed with my 5.8 40-yard dash, but apparently it means my photogeneticness is on demand for the big screen. Who knew? Well, I am harnessing that skill set and have started working on more great content to use on these interweb things, like I mentioned earlier. I can't say a lot about it at this point, but to use the terms the kids use, I think it's going to be a big deal. So thank you, Bob. Next question. Go ahead, Flipper.
Rachel, Hat Digest. As a role model and hero hat collector, what would you say to all the student athletes, the players out there that are in high school across the state of Indiana and aren't getting their spring season, most especially the seniors, the class of 2020? So what are your words to them, Mr. HatGuy, Mr. HatGuy?
Great question, Steve. And first, let's be honest. I know I'm a big deal. I know I'm mega hot and great motivational speaker person. But before I give you my thoughts, I want to say that who you need to listen to are your coaches, your parents, your pastors, and those old people who live down the road from you who stare at you when your dog dumped in their yard. So quit worshiping pretty people like me and listen to the people who matter. Tell your parents, tell your pastors, and tell your coaches. Tell them thank you. Then tell them why you're saying thank you. Then go down the old dude down the road from you. Write him a letter. Call him. Ask him questions. Say hi to him from the sidewalk. Just stay 6 feet away. But get to know him. He's got a story. So that's the first thing I would say to them. Third, I would remind them that things they enjoy in life don't have to be over. Whether it's a high-octane popular sport like tetherball, or reading complex novels like Hitting and Hurling in the Heartland by Steve Kroll, available on Amazon, or being a fan of world-famous people like me. If you love it, find a way to stay with it. Find a way. Stay the course. Your mind will play tricks on you. Your heart may mislead you. But get them working together towards pursuing your passion, and you will find a way. Who knows? Maybe someday you too could be a hat collector. It's possible. I kid you not. So I think we have time for one more question. Go ahead, Louise.
So previously we talked about the student athletes, but Mr. Hat Guy, what would you say to all the baseball coaches?
Good question to end on. Actually, across India, okay, in my head, coaches are always turning to me for advice. Things like, should I be teaching the spitball hat guy? Or, hat guy, my hairline is receding, what do I do? Or one I get a lot, hat guy, should I get hats with a flat bill or a bent bill? But with all respect to these tough questions, coaches, what I tell you now, with all sincerity, during this unique situation we're in is this. Coaches, you are essential employees. You fulfill an essential role in normal life and still in this thing we're in now. You are way more than your record. and you are way more than your paycheck. You're a surrogate parent, a mentor, and the right person for the job in pushing our young men and women to be who they need to be. I know this whole thing has impacted you personally, coaches, more than you're willing to acknowledge publicly. But I follow almost all of you online and have met many of you. So I confirm to you right now, you are the right person for the job in front of you right now. So I'll wrap up today's press conference by telling you, coaches, keep doing what you're doing. You are essential. And future hat guys and hat girls are counting on you. And you're nailing it. Job well done. Thank you, folks. I hate to run, but I have a pedicure in about 10 minutes. God bless. Love y'all.